All right, so I've gotten to the point in the spoon where I'm working on sanding. What I will usually do is work my way through the grits from about 100 to 320 usually is what I'll do. I'll finish with a 120. It usually makes a nice enough smooth finish. If it's a special wood or I want a really high gloss finish on it, I'll continue all the way up with the grits until even 800. But right now, as I'm doing the sanding, I see an imperfection I want to work out, and I don't know if I can do it with the sandpaper, but I'm going to try because I don't want to take the knife back to the spoon when I've already started to finish it. In the profile on this side, you see that this is thicker and higher up. So I want to try to, through sanding, reduce some of that material so that the scoop is more even. That's what I'll be working on today. A little patience and I'll be able to get it the way I want. This could take a while, so I'll come back and show you when I'm satisfied with the result. All right, after many hours of sanding, I am ready to do the final step. Let's see, I'll show you that bowl. So this is raw. It's got a lot of chalky dust on it from the sanding. And it's at a point where whatever the imperfections are, I've decided to accept them. So this is my spoon. There's a wood knot divot here and over here and over here, but the bowl got evened out more, and I was happy with that. So now I'm going to oil the spoon and it'll be finished. It feels really nice now, but when I take that layer of the last sanding off, it'll be rough again and I'll want to sand it some more, but I'll have to quick put the oil on because, like I told you before, you have to know when to stop and move on. But I'll get back to you in a little bit when I have the oil. All right, so I have cleaned all of the sanding chalk dust off of the spoon. And let me show you this is another spoon that I made from the same piece of wood. Completely different. It is still a long bowl because it was a skinny little log. I just happen to like the wood. Again, it has some nice figuring on it. That's what I like about this. So this one is oiled and ready to use, and it's much lighter than the other one. I would say this is a version of an eating spoon or a tasting spoon, whereas originally, I guess in the beginning of the video, I started to talk about making a long-handled teaspoon, like an iced teaspoon, and I still want to make one of those because I enjoy those, using one. But this is going to be a little bit more of a serving spoon or a sauce spoon, I guess. Yeah, I would use this in a pot. Yeah. So I use, to finish all of my spoons, I use flaxseed oil. And this is just plain old flaxseed oil that you get in the supermarket in the oil section. So it's food grade. And the reason I use flaxseed over some of the other popular choices is that it is food grade, and flaxseed oil doesn't go rancid like you wouldn't use olive oil or vegetable oil or corn oil or any of those other oils because they have a temperature at which they may go rancid. Flaxseed oil is shelf stable that way, And the reason you use the oil is to seal all the end fibers of the wood that you've carved and cut, so that it makes it safe to use for eating, and that you can enjoy for years and years to come. And just like a cast iron cookware, it develops over time a seasoning to it. I'm sure if you have wooden spoons near your stove that you've used for years, any kind of, store-bought commercial spoons, they take on a color, and that's a seasoning of the spoon as well. But some people finish with walnut oil, or a lot of woodwork is finished with linseed oil, which is also made from the flaxseed, but it's commercially produced. It's used in painting and other applications that are not food safe. So I will normally, if I have one or two spoons that I need to put in for a while, just they're dry wood and I don't want them to crack, I'll put them in a Ziploc bag with a coating of the oil in there and let it absorb until I see a lot of the oil disappear, because it gets soaked up into the wood very quickly. But today I'm going to show you the other way. I have been using the same kind of terry cloth, which of itself has some abrasive texture to it, which helps soften the wood and continue to sand it a little bit. And this has so much oil impregnated in it, I don't have to use too much to do the finishing. So I like to pour a little bit into the bowl of the spoon and let it sit there. Shift it around a little bit and give that a really good coating. Yeah, eventually I get my fingers in it anyway. I like to play with it. But I'm going to let this sit here for a little bit and soak into the bowl, and give me an idea how fast it's being absorbed. And then we'll apply it to the rest of the spoon. All right, now I'm just going to use my fingers to spread the oil from the bowl all around the spoon. I could have kept sanding this, but it's perfectly fine the way it is. I'll have to apply this multiple times. At a certain point in applying it, I notice it doesn't reabsorb as quickly, so then I know I've reached the point where it's saturated and the end fibers are sealed. And from time to time, I will refresh the spoons with some oil. And it's still wet, but look at that. See how that makes that pop? I love that. In the back too, there's the dramatic piece. Now I will It's not a perfectly round ball, but I'm pretty pleased that I didn't ruin the spoon trying to make a ball on top. I'm going to let that sit here and dry, and I'll probably apply at least 2 more coats of the oil. And there is my little birch spoon. See how different they can be? It's Same piece of wood. Look at that. Yeah, I'm happy with these. If I don't give this one away, I'll probably use it at Thanksgiving. But most of my spoons I try to give away. I like seeing them and go to a good home, hoping they'll be used for years to come. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button for me. And if you'd like to see more of this content, do me a favor and subscribe. Thanks for visiting. Take care.